So welcome ladies and gentlemen, we're back today, PES 2019 news rundown update. Alright, there's been a couple of additions over the last couple of days, and we're going to quickly go over those, and yeah, it's shaping up quite nicely. Some really good news for you Scottish fans out there who will now get a real chance to play with your favourite team. So if you do head over to sort of the PES 2019 website, a little bit of an update, you can check it out if you wish. Obviously they've got the demo trailer there. They talk about the PC requirements. If we quickly do have a look at that for those PC people that are interested, we have the minimum and we have the recommended specs. Now they're not too extreme. I mean, the minimum are pretty standard. You know, an i5, you got 4 gig of RAM, a GTX 670 or a Radeon HD 7870, 2 gigs of video RAM, you know, 30 gig of hard drive space. For this day and age, it's pretty standard. I mean, you're probably going to be playing, you know, low, medium with that. Recommended, a little bit more power there needed with an i7, but it's an older generation, a 3770, you know, or an FX 8350, 8 gig of RAM, a GTX 760, or a Radeon R9 270X, 4 gig of video RAM, and the same, obviously, hard drive space, etc. And that will probably, honestly, recommended will probably get you in the high. PES doesn't have an ultra setting. It didn't have it last year. So, yeah, high is probably going to be your best bet. Still going to look good. It's probably a little bit more demanding than last year because the lighting has been enhanced and graphically it is, you know, superior to PES 2018. But for the most part, they're not bad to be able to run the game. Alright, so let's dive right into it. So if you want to check out the site, go for it. But the first thing we're going to look at is, yes, the Scottish Premiership. There's all the teams that are in it, of course. And the big news was the fact that Celtic have been partnered up, officially licensed, but they do have the stadium coming as well later on down the road. Now, it's not going to be at launch, alright? You're going to have to wait for the stadium, unfortunately. It's not going to be right out the box, but for the most part, they're licensed, which does mean you're going to get the players looking the part. The kits are going to be authentic, nicely scanned, nicely presented, and looking official. So you Celtic fans should be delighted. Likewise, Rangers, the exact same thing. They are going to be licensed. The stadium as well is going to be in the game, but it's going to be at a later date again. I don't know when exactly, maybe around Christmas time. You'd hope before that, obviously, maybe November. Sometimes they do bring out the data pack sort of November-ish, so that will be maybe the time. We'll wait and see. I don't know. I don't work for Konami, no idea, but either way, you are going to have the stadiums in there, and they shouldn't affect your Master League, okay? So if you are playing a Master League with Rangers, you've started it, you get the DLC, the data pack comes out, then you should be able to just add that, or it will be added into your game in Master League. So you won't have to start a fresh Master League, because stadiums are just completely different. The Area Division is also fully licensed again. I forgot to mention that before, so you're going to have Ajax, PSV, Feyenoord, all those teams in there. Yeah, they seem to be able to keep the Dutch license, no problem, PES. It's quite interesting. We're also going to have the Iock Stadium in there as well. So you've got it at night time, and there's an image here of in the day, beautifully rendered. Now that should be on launch. All right, this is not DLC. This is not a data pack. This should be out when the game is released. I did ask, I didn't get a response back, but presuming, you know, this is a fully rendered, you know, model in PES 2019, obviously they've already made it, so should be there to play it. The Russian Premier League, obviously, is exclusive to PES, so you will not get the Russian League with all these teams in FIFA. Rather interesting, once again. I mean, FIFA have all that power, all that money, yet PES are getting the exclusive license of the Russian League. So, I mean, it's a big plus, you know, even Russians, just to buy PES because they want to play with their team as opposed to FIFA, you know, it is a plus for Konami. New stadium as well. Estadio Jose Alvalade. That's not how you say it, but that's what we're going to go for. That is in the game. So there it is. 2 different images. Nice to see that is in PES as well. We also have the Turkish League. Yes, the Turkish League is going to be in PES 2019. That was another big announcement. I don't know if there's one more league they haven't announced. They did mention there was 2 hidden ones they were going to say. They did say the Turkish League, so that would be one. The second one, I'm presuming, maybe at a later date. I mean, the game is out in about a month, less than a month now, so they can't hold on for that too much longer. There is the official trophy and the confirmation that will be in PES. And they also have the Fenerbahce Stadium as well. So that's been rendered beautifully and is in PES. So there's an image there, and the second one. You see the different kind of sky. I mean, this is sort of a dusk setting. If we have a look at this one, you can see it's more cloudy. And then the other one that we had right here, once again, more cloudy effect. This one's more sunny. So yeah, there's different scenarios, different weather. It'll be interesting to see what they look like at different times of the day and all that fun stuff. Alright, now let's have a quick look at the box arts for you guys. So there are a couple of box arts available this year. This isn't all of them. This is the ones that I could find. We have obviously Celtic. Now this is going to be the exact same for Rangers, I would expect. It's going to be blue, obviously, instead of green, and the Rangers logo right there. We've got Inter with the blue stripes. If there's any ambassadors of the game, etc., they'll have more of a physical presence, like Falcao here with Coutinho as the cover. We have Liverpool with the 3 players on the front right there: Van Dijk, Arnold, and Firmino. I don't know if there's a reason why they left out the likes of Mohamed Salah. I mean, you would think the best player of last season in the Premier League, you'd say, pretty comfortably, and he's not on the front of the box. So I don't know if there's something going on there. We got the Schalke box art, which is pretty standard, just blue with the Schalke logo. I don't know if these are final. I would expect so, maybe not. The Turkish League also has their own specific box art as well. And I also found this one lurking around. It's a bit blurry, but it's the best I could find. Boca Juniors with Monaco and Barcelona, so a bit of a trio of a combo. There may be more in the works, not sure, but for now these are the different box arts. Personally, I'm just getting the digital version, so I'm not worried about it, but if you want to get your own specific one, then they will be region specific, so there we have it. Okay, so this is what I wanted to look at. What official leagues are in the game? Just to clarify real quickly what's there and what isn't. And sort of, we know that the Champions League license is gone, and Europa League and all that, but I think having these teams and these leagues is a big plus, obviously, and it's going to numb the pain of losing sort of the Champions League license, which personally was more of an overlay thing than an actual license. So the full list of PES 2019 licensed leagues are follows. They come complete with all official teams, kits and players. We've got the Argentine Premier Division, that's number 1. We've got the Brazilian Serie A, 2. Chilean is 3. We've got Belgium, obviously, 4. We've got the Danish, 5. League 1 and 2 of the French League is 7. Eredivisie is 8. The Premier League is 9. The Russian League is 10. Scottish 11. The Swiss 12. And the Turkish 13. So we've got 13 licensed leagues this season so far for PES 2019. That is huge because PES just hasn't had that level of teams and depth before. And yes, it's not necessarily leagues that we're going to be playing day in and day out. But the Master League, if you play it, it's going to be a lot more deeper, a bigger database with rosters and players, and you can find some gems. The stadiums are coming in. The thing with the stadiums, though, is they will only be specific for that team. So the Iock Stadium can only be with Rangers. You can't associate it with another team. So that is a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. I mean, you can't do much. It's a licensing issue. But 13 licensed teams is pretty solid right now. We do obviously have Schalke, they're talking about here, for the Bundesliga, but not really any other debate about anyone else. We know that Borussia Dortmund was taken off. They decided they didn't want to be them anymore or be part of PES anymore. We have Barcelona from Spain, Liverpool, and probably Arsenal. Haven't seen much of Arsenal, but would expect them to be licensed again. But, league-wise, there's a lot of leagues this season, and it's good to see. The Serie A is also debatable. I'm not sure about Serie B either. Yeah, we haven't had clarification for those, but these are the official licensed leagues. It's looking good, and I have to say this year Konami have definitely stepped up for what they can do with licensing. They haven't just sat back and said, alright, that's it, don't get any. They've got what they can, and this is a pretty good deep list, certainly to get things underway, and maybe we'll see more next year. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts below. We'll be back very shortly with more. But until next time, are you happy with what you've seen? Let me know and take care.